Okay, lovely job. Well, you have a good race, right?
I can give it to you.
All right.
I left it at default in the end.
You boys have a good race, right, Zane? All right, Egley?
I have a good one.
All right, mate. And we're live at China. A Herman Hill track, built and designed in 2004. The race winner being Rubens Barrichello of the first race, Lewis Hamilton of the last. Michael Schumacher still holds the lap record to the date. And we're going to go on board now. Only 11 drivers tonight, hoping for a couple more. We'll just find out who's furthest on track. Yeah, looks like Tekken is the furthest along. So we'll go on board, we'll ride on board with Tekken. Out on the softs. The strategy for China, normally mediums the hards for the easy one stop. Pit in usually the end of lap 13 and then hards to the end. The only one thing with the soft tyres is that the strategy says pit at the end of lap 7 and hards to the end, but then 21 laps on the hards is a big ask. And the soft tyres round here after 6 laps, not very good. But we'll see what everyone's going to do. As Tekken's just round the last corner now and invalidates. So the next car along will be Drunk by Fristy, I think. We'll just look into the background to see if we can see anyone. It's not a very long race, 28 laps. They should be in the low 1 minute 34s, 33s maybe, in race trim. This is 16 turns. Start deploying his overtake now and invalidates. Invalidates as well. Not very good. So looking at Tekken's going to go for another lap on the softs. Personally, I'd have pitted and gone on into a fresh set. Big Dave setting the early pace on a 1:34.5. Loads more time to come yet. The soft tyre is only good for a maximum of 7 laps. And here we have Tekken now going for a second flyer. And then he'll have to do an in lap then on the same tyres. Missed the apex there. Puts him out of shape for the next turn. Tactics now set in the early pace of 1:31.1. Good lap from Tactics to be ahead of MSA Samad. But there's still more time to come out of these cars. As Tech and pits. Tactics on an in lap. As MSA Samad invalidates. Big Dave, I would say, is pitting this lap. No. On board with the main Zane now. We'll just see where Stanaman's going to go. Small lock up there. Coming up now to the last corner. And into the pits he comes. GTR Lion on a slow in lap. Die Miles, we're waiting for Die to come out. We'll see what MSA Samad can do on this flying lap now. Out of the long sweeping turn of turn 2, heading down to 3. Into turn 4. Short shifting. Got the rev glitch on this. Two thousandths up on his fastest lap. He's got no ERS. That's better. See if he's going to finish the lap off. No, and into the box he comes. With the yellow flags in sector 3. I would say it's a slow car. Yeah. Starting to see some of the drivers now coming out with the medium tyres. Egley on a flyer. Holding on to the back end there. Back end tried to step out a little bit. Going well. He'll get a nice toe down this back straight now. Hopefully this Alpha Tauri isn't on a fast lap. Yeah, not very good to be moving around in the braking sector. Who's in the Alpha Tauri? That's ruined Egley's flying lap as the main Zane comes into the pits. I think Zane was trying to give him a bit of a tow but then went the wrong way. We have yellows in sector 2, but that's for a slow moving car. Yeah, it's got to be for a slow moving car. I can't see anyone having a problem. Letting someone through that's on a flying lap, good to see. Fristy on the mediums now. Just wondering, is Di Miles going to make an appearance tonight, or is he going to save his tyres for the race? Tactics still on pole on a 1:31.1. Only 4 cars set and fastest flying laps at the moment. As Tycho goes pole with a 1:30.6. I still think there's a little bit more to come. Good lap from Drunk by Fristy. See what Stannerman's time is going to be on the second split. Back end on the McLaren doesn't look like it's keyed in too much. Nice through there. Come up to the DRS zone now. Small lock up going into the second to last corner, heading up now for the last corner, and then the run to the line. Good lap from Steinman, 1:31.7. Second slower than Tycho, though on different tyres. Good lap from GTR Lion. On board now with MSA Samad, or No Future to see who he's better known by. We'll see what he can do. He's holding on to his overtake at the moment, his battery. But he'll deploy nearly most of that now down the back straight. Deploy a little bit here. Almost a 1/10.5 up. And this is where he used most of his overtake now, down this back straight. Good straight line speed. Hard on the brakes, second gear. Short shifting now, third, fourth, fifth. Up to the last corner now. Nice and clean through there. Crosses the line on a 1:30.4. to go pole. Good lap time by MSA Samad. 0.2 of a second separating Tycho and MSA. And then 0.5 behind Tactics on the soft tyres. Big Dave, a 1/10.5 up on his time. This corner here tonight will cause a couple of problems with penalties. You want to let the car drift out a little bit here, but you don't want to get four wheels across that white line. As we saw two people tonight, they've already had invalidations by crossing that white line. So in the race that will be warnings if not penalties. Out of the last corner we go. Crosses the line. A 1:31.7. Good lap from Big Dave. TTR Lions going out now. This will be his out lap. Tactics. I feel is left too late. On board now with Egley on his out lap. Zane also out lap. As we see, MSA Samad and Tycho has retired from the session. Same as Tegan. Obviously happy with their times. Stanaman's retired as well from the session. I don't think, looking at it, Dime Miles is going to set a lap. Dime Miles probably go for the 2-stop, which will be soft, medium, medium. Or vice versa, he'll go medium, medium, soft. He could go soft, soft, medium. But we've got a dry race. Cars bunching up already. On board now with Egley. Back end nearly getting away from him there. Got away without invalidating. Cost him a couple of tenths. Back end stepping out again. Trying too hard instead of letting the car drive itself. Dime Miles not setting a lap time. As Egley's lost the back end, that's his qualifying is over. Them tyres will be red hot now, so when the pits he'll come. No. See what the main Zane can do. Round the last corner. And goes P9. And that is qualifying, everyone. On pole we have MSA Samad, Tycho in second, Tactics third on the softs, Tekken fourth on the mediums, GTR Lion in fifth on the softs, Stanaman on the mediums in sixth, Big Dave in seventh on the mediums, Drunk by Fristy in eighth on the softs, the main Zane on the mediums in ninth, Egley Usher on the mediums, round out the top 10. Dime Miles not setting a lap. Just have a look at the race director. Incidents. We can see all the invalidations there. Just a few. Standard 2-minute wait now for everyone to sort their setup, their fuel, when they're going to be boxing. So we just wait now for the 2 minutes. On my screen I'm showing that Di Miles isn't on the screen. I don't know whether he's left the session. Would have been nice to see not Penny's boat in a car tonight, taking part. Hopefully he'll make an appearance sometime this season. And Tekken's ready up. I don't know whether Penny gave him the say-so. And here we go. Yeah, showing Di Miles in the session. We'll just go on board. Yeah, I don't know whether Di Miles is in the session or not, or whether he's lost connection. We'll go on board with Egley, have a look back. No, Di Miles isn't in the session, he's lost connection. That X at the side of his name signifies he's no longer in the session. And there we can see the tyres that everyone's on. Egley Usher has chosen to start on the softs. So I would say he's going for the 2-stop. Maybe Di Miles can't get back in. But I hope he can get back in. No, he's not back in. That's a shame. Maybe Egley has chosen to start on the softs, knowing that Di Miles has left the session. And Egley will go for the 2-stop. Just waiting for everyone now to take their grid positions. And then we'll see if we got any heroes into turn 1. There we have the predicted strategies. Mediums and hards, 11 to 15. There's going to be about a 5 to 6 second wait when the lights go out here for me. The lights are going out for me now. The revs are building. Someone has jumped to start. And away we go. Lights out. Di Miles has jumped to start. So MSA Samad is in theory our leader, because Di Miles isn't in his car. Couple of changes. Looks like everyone's getting through turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, nice and clean. Dropping down. Getting bunched up here. And we have a car off in the background. Domain Zane. Picks up a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting, but I don't think he had any say in that, losing control of the car. Egley's going well, no damage. The Renault, no damage. No damage on any of the cars that I can see yet. On board with Tycho now, who's making a break now. MSA Samad and Tycho going for it. Tycho leaving plenty of room. I don't know whether Di Miles is in his car. No. So we can count Di Miles out of this. We'll stay on board with MSA Samad. Unfortunately, he got disqualified last week. MSA Samad. I don't think that will be the case tonight. Nice shot there. On board now with Tycho. Staying as close as he can to MSA Samad for the DRS when it's enabled. Yellow flags. Big Dave retires. And where did Big Dave go? We have a virtual safety car. I would say it's too early for people to pit. Though some of the drivers that's on the softs may choose to get off them. See what the front runners are doing. Front runners are staying out. The medium runners should stay out. Egley staying out. The main Zane staying out, yeah. if not Penny's Boat is watching, maybe you'll send Di Miles a message asking him to retire his car as Tactics picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety, which he'll have to take within 3 laps. That'll drop him down to the back of the grid, and the worst thing about it is he can't change tyres under a drive-through. Tycho looking after the battery, but exactly the same as MSA Samad. On board now, DRS now. We'll probably see a move now. Double DRS. Is he going to go for it? Nope. Yeah, Di Miles' car really needs to retire. Someone needs to send him a message to tell him to retire his car. Because it's just going to become a hindrance. Tycho's looking to make a move round the outside of MSA Samad into turn 1. Small bit of wheel banging here. But it's a move that would have been hard to do. And looking at the cars behind, very, very tightly bunched together. Tekken in 4th. Well, Tekken's in theory in 3rd because Di Miles' car won't be classified. Tactics close behind him. Half a second further back, GTR Lion. Going well in the McLaren. His teammate Stanaman going well behind him. 0.3 of a second. A further 0.4 back is Drunk by Fristy. 2.2 seconds further back is Eggley Usher. And Domain Zane, a further 3.5 seconds back in 10th and last. Tycho not close enough, needs to be within 3 to 4 tenths to challenge the move. As we see a move going on in the background. That's Di Miles' car in the way. Fastest lap at the moment to MSA Samad, 1:35.1. We missed that. Tycho. In the pits. Just see if... No, I can't see why Tycho was in the pits. Unless he had a small amount of damage. But moves the main Zane up. Eggley Usher up 1 place. Currently at the moment only the main Zane with a 10-second time penalty. Eggley Usher slowly chipping away now at Di Miles' ghost car as a MSA Samad goes on a 1:35.0, setting the early pace. Tycho's got it all to do. I'm just wondering, did Tycho have a drive-through the same as Tactics? Being on the same tyres. MSA Samad now is just going to run away with this race now tonight. As you can see, the gap between Tekken and MSA Samad is ever growing. Two McLarens bearing down on him. And here we go, we can see the McLarens now trying to line him up a little bit. Too far back at the moment. GTR Lion locks up there, allowing his teammate to get ever closer. As we can see him move now, he's going to try and go around the outside. What a lovely move. Plenty of room given. He'll have the inside then for turn 2. Brilliant move. Brilliant move by GTR Lion. Tekken's trying to come back. Wheel to wheel action here now. Coming up to the fast sweeping left-hander as Tekken retakes second place. Good battling between these two drivers. Stanman just sitting back, hoping to pick up the pieces. But this battling is allowing the cars behind to slowly catch up to him. We can see the gap now, MSA Samad and Tekken is 7 seconds. I don't see Tekken catching MSA Samad. Tekken going very defensive. Coming back out now onto the racing line, which he's allowed to do. Drunk by Fristy now all over the back of Stanman. As we see a car going into the pits. Stanman in the pits early. I'm wondering, is Stanman going to try and go for the undercut and go onto the hards? Yeah. Try and go for the undercut, get into some clear air. Tactics still out on them soft tyres. See what the wear is like. Stanman gets out in front of him. He'll be starting to struggle on these soft tyres now. Probably box at the end of this lap. You can see the car is moving around underneath him. Wants to be careful now in the fast corners. Back at the front. MSA Samad now is just stretching his lead over Tekken. Drunk by Fristy is now starting to close in on the back of GTR Lion. GTR Lion looking to make a move now. Down the inside he comes. Not close enough. At the back out. They all come through. Tactics picking up a 3-second time penalty. We'll see where Tactics is. Coming down the back straight now. GTR Lion around the outside. Will have the turn in for turn 2. Lovely. Now he wants to try and shut this door as early as possible. Which he's done, looking at him. Wants to go defensive here to try and stop Tekken going back up the inside like he just done. Bit of wheel banging going on there, not very good. This is all the time playing into Fristy's hands, is allowing him to catch up. Go on board now with Domain Zane and Tycho. As Tycho is looking to make a move down the inside. Domain Zane still holding him off, goes wide. Probably picked up a warning for that. Tycho will have the inside now for the tight left-right chicane to go onto the back straight, which he has. Stanaman picking up a 3-second time penalty. Domain Zane picking up DRS. Not opened his wing yet. Yes, now he has. Bit late. It looks like to me Domain Zane has lost connection. We'll go on board. Yes, he's lost connection. Egley is in no man's land. He's pitted. Hence why he's in no man's land. He's in clean air. GTR Lion also in clean air. But I think once he catches up to his teammate, I think his teammate will let him go. Domain Zane's car just tore in, as he'll be trying to rejoin the session. That's bad luck for Domain Zane as he's going well. Though I think he had the same problem last week of disconnection. Drunk by Fristy now, looking to make the move down the inside. Closes the door there on Tekken. Allows Tekken back through, felt that it was too harsh. As we see Tekken going into the pits. I think Tekken will be going hards now. Bit early from Tekken. He's got wing damage. As we see the hard tyres going on. And out he goes. Red Bull of Tycho behind him. Tycho's made his stop. So yeah, I would have said Tycho had a drive-through in the early laps. Tycho will go to the end now, the same as Tekken. Stanaman's going well. Looks like Domain Zane's back in his car. The gap between MSA Samad and Drunk by Fristy now, just under 14 seconds. I'm wondering, will MSA Samad now take the chance to box this lap? Nope. He's going to stay on strategy, probably end of lap 12 or end of lap 13. See what Fristy's going to do. Fristy ducking into the pits now. Keep running the speed as you hit the limiter. Nicely in. I would say hard tyres now for Fristy. Very good chance of a podium here tonight for Fristy. Hards on and away he goes. Stanaman passing him, who won't have to stop again. Domain Zane still yet to stop. Obviously Di Miles isn't in the race because he would have relished to be in second place. Just wondering, is MSA Samad going to box this lap? as he's got a comfortable pit stop in hand. And into the pits he comes. There'll be hard tyres for Samad. Yeah, hard tyres going on. And away he goes. Country mile ahead of everyone. Almost crossing the white line on exit of the pits. But he's on his way again. Zane's still out. So I take it Zane will probably go either pit this lap, end of lap 13. Stanaman 3.3 seconds behind him, not having to stop again. A pit stop now will drop Zane relatively down to the back of the grid. GTR Lion is slowly chipping away at Stanaman's lead over him. Firstly, the same distance behind. Small lock up there from Tycho. Everyone seems to be spread out now, and there doesn't seem to be any battles. Thank God, as we see Di Miles' ghosting car in the pits. So now we can see the gap now. Stanaman 9 seconds behind Samad. GTR Lion a further 2.7 behind his teammate. Fristy 3.2 seconds behind GTR Lion. Tycho 2.2 behind Fristy. Tekken a further 2.8 behind. Egley 8 seconds behind Tekken. Domain Zane 7/10 of a second behind Egley, though a move will be on the cards very, very shortly. I don't see Egley making it too hard for Zane. We'll see now as they're making their way down now towards the back straight. Small bit of lag, I don't know whether that was on my screen or my connection. Zane making the move on Egley. Egley losing the back end. Lucky to hang on to it there. Needs to just feather the throttle out of that corner. Zane now should slowly start pulling away from Egley. Excuse me for a moment. Tycho now 6/10 behind, drunk by Fristy. We'll be looking to try and get a move done now down the back straight. Needs to be a little bit closer. Too far back, thinks better of it. Will we see a pass in the turn 1? As Tycho will have DRS over the start and finish line. He is close enough to go for a move. Going for the move up the inside. Nice and clean. Letting the car drift out. Trying to close the door to stop him coming back up the inside of him. Nice move. The move is done. We'll see if Drunk by Fristy now can try and get up the inside. Down into turn 3. No. And it looks like Tycho's got the move done. And the next one on his list will be GTR Lion. As we see some Maddies just in a league of his own. 12.5 seconds the gap over Stanaman. Back on board now with Fristy. Fristy, I'm not sure what penalties he's got, whether it's just the one. Won't help him in his quest for a podium tonight. Not flicking open his DRS back wing. See if he does it. This drifts out a bit wide there. Pops open the rear wing now. I think he missed a chance on the back straight. This is the closest battle at the moment, Fristy and Tycho. Excuse me. Everyone's all spread out now. Drunk by Fristy's not in DRS range now of Tycho. Just dipping in and out. Kicked up a little bit of grass here when obviously took too much of the corner. GTR Lion picks up a 3-second time penalty, which all the time will help Tycho in his quest for a podium tonight. As shock, woe and behold, Di Miles is now online. Whether he will try and rejoin and retire his car. 11 laps including this lap. There's still time for him to get in and retire his car. Tycho needs to try and break away from Drunk by Fristy now. He needs to really get on the back end of GTR Lion, as Tycho's not got any penalties. Tekken is nowhere near Fristy, 5 seconds back from him. As we can see, Fristy now getting ever so close to Tycho again. But needs to be a lot closer than 9.5 tenths to go for a move. We'll get the DRS this lap. Nice view on the look back from Tycho. Small lockup. GTR Lion is getting ever closer to his teammate. In second place, Stanaman. Gap now down to 1.7. So I don't know whether Stanaman's had a moment. We'll go on board with Stanaman now. Tyres are looking good. Front and rear. Small lockup. Maybe Stanaman's just controlling the pace that he's got over his teammate. As we see Tycho in the background. Drunk by Fristy now 1.4 seconds behind him. Fristy only 24% of battery. Tycho looking after his. Using it now down the back straight to try and pull away from Fristy. As we can see, the gap now is 1.8. So Tycho will now probably be starting to make a push towards GTR Lion. As we see GTR Lion now in the same screenshot. You'll see as we cross the line the gap. And it's hovering around about 2.6 between GTR Lion and Tycho. Lap 20 of 28. 9 laps including this lap left to this race in China. Next week we're back at Azerbaijan, Baku. Be an exciting race. Hopefully there'll be bigger numbers. I don't see Drunk by Fristy catching Tycho up again now. I think Tycho has finally broke him. But currently, as it is now, if the flag was to go out now, Tycho would be on the podium. We'll see what condition Fristy's tyres are at. He hasn't been on these tyres long, 7 laps. Looking good. Track looks like it's gone a little bit overcast, but I've been assured it's a dry race. Probably picked up a warning there. All 4 wheels across our white line. May have got away with it. Egley still going well. 8th place. Still clean and clear at the moment. No time penalties. Tactics in the pits. I wonder whether Tactics will go on to a set of softs and try and go for the fastest lap, as there's a bonus point available for the fastest lap, and seeing as there's only 10 runners, or 9 runners, sorry. Not including Die Miles, as he's not in the session. So we'll see if Tactics will go for the fastest lap here. Just see what the fastest lap is. It's a 1:33.7 held by Samad. As he's just gone even quicker now on a 1:33.2. As we see the 2 McLarens battling now. Is Stanaman starting to struggle on these hards? He shouldn't be. Tycho now on the back of GTR Lion. We'll stay on board with this battle here. I think Stannerman might be struggling a little bit. I know Stanman would love to have a podium here tonight. Me personally, if it were me and I was struggling, I'd let my teammate go and try and regroup. But of course, you've got Tycho tight on the back of GTR Lion now, 8/10 of a second. Now Tycho isn't going to sit behind GTR Lion lap after lap. He will be looking to make a move as quickly as possible. And I can guarantee once Tycho gets past GTR Lion, he'll be looking to get past Stannerman as well. DRS opens now. Here we go. GTR Lion looking to get a move down the inside. Stannerman will still have the inside for the last turn, which he keeps on. Across the line they come. DRS open now. GTR Line will look to do a pass into turn 1. I don't know whether Stannerman can come back at him round the outside. He's looking at it, but no. That door was ever closing. Now Stanman's got Tycho on his gearbox now. Zane is making a move. Oh sorry, Tekken's in the pits looking to go for the fastest lap. Set of softs. This is where the battle is at the moment. Tycho and Stannerman. Tactics setting the fastest lap now on a 1:33.0. Though I feel Tekken will go that a little bit quicker than Tactics. Small lock up there from GTR Lion. The only saving grace for Stannerman is that he's in DRS of his teammate. But Tycho will also have DRS as well. As we can see, Stannerman now starting to go a little bit defensive. Not allowed to weave. You're allowed to go one way, but then when you made your move, you've got to stick with it. As we see GTR Lion locking up. As it is, if the flag was to come up now, Tycho would jump both Stanman and GTR Lion as he's clean in penalties. Samad is just in a world of his own, practically 23 seconds up the road from GTR Lion. Tekken is all over the back of Egliosha. Then fresh softs. He should power his way past Eggley now into turn 1. Here he goes. And he's gone. He'll go onto a flying lap now. See what he can do on them softs. I feel that he will set the pace now and set a fastest lap. Back on board with Stannerman. Second, third and fourth. Separated by less than a second. I wonder, is Stannerman going to try and go for a move now down the back straight? But I feel 6/10 is a little bit too much. Want to be rough. Oh, we have a yellow flag. As Drunk by Fristy is spun. Just looking now, doesn't seem to have any damage. Probably got too much of the curb and lost the back end. Back on board now with Tycho. Over the start and finish we go. GTR Lion holding on to second place. Lap 25 of 28. 4 more laps including this one. Tycho knows he's got second place here. Tycho might be happy to just sit there. But I think Tycho would like to do it on track instead of doing it with penalties. Tekken setting the fastest lap now, a 1:32.1. I don't see Samad really touching that time. Oh, Samad will do that time as he's made a pit stop. Didn't see that coming. To pick up the bonus point, 25 for the race win and 1 bonus point. As we see Stanman locking up. 7/10 of the gap now between himself and his teammate. Tycho close enough now to make the move. Doesn't seem to have the battery that he would like to have. I can see Tycho looking at making a move here. He's thinking about it and then backs out. Samad is going to blow Tekken's time as he goes on to his flyer now for the fastest lap. You can see he's already pulled 2 seconds on GTR Lion. I don't want to spoil it by looking at the penalties to see what second and third have got. But if it's only 3 seconds, Tycho will jump him, and the biggest loser will be Stanaman, as he will drop down to 4th place. But we'll see on the checkered flag. Stanman seems to be dropping back now from his teammate. He needs to remain within that second gap of his teammate to get the DRS to be towed round. Otherwise, Tycho, we feel that, will make the move. Stanman will get DRS. Very, very lucky. Just doing enough. Samad now come up to the last corner to go across the line. Setting the fastest lap will be a 1:31.3. I don't see anyone get anywhere near that. Mile still not in his car. After seeing him come back online, his tactics picks up a 3-second time penalty. Egley still going well in 8th place. Gone on to the soft tyres. No, sorry, my mistake. Looked like he was on the soft there for a moment. Nice to see Zane in 6th. Not where he'd want to be. Drunk by Fristy in a world of his own. 16 seconds back from Tycho, but 8 seconds in front of Zane. Stanman just holding on within the DRS of GTR Lion. On board with Tycho now. See if Tycho's going to make a move on Stanaman. DRS on Stanaman. Looking at it. No. Both drivers lock up. Biggest loser here is Stanaman, as he's had a good race. Just a shame he couldn't hold his teammate off, as he'd be on the podium. Samad is just in a world of his own in a different league tonight. go on board now, see where he is on track. Working his way down. Into the left, right and onto the back straight. Heading down now, the back straight now to turn 15. Haven't spent too much time with Samad now tonight, as he's just been a world of his own. Starting to weave now, he knows he's got the win in the bag on the fastest lap. Impeccable driving from Samad. No one's been there to challenge him. Coming up now to turn 16. Final corner and round the final corner he comes. Weaving across the line. Congratulations to Samad on taking the Chinese Grand Prix win tonight on the fastest lap. And into the wall he goes, something that is frowned upon. On board now with GTR Lion as he's crossing the line now. Stanaman across the line. Tycho jumps the two of them. Stanaman the biggest loser, dropping down to 4th place. GTR Lion holding on to 3rd place. On board with Fristy now. I don't see Fristy having a mountain of penalties, so I probably say he'll hold on to 5th. On board with Domain Zane now. Got Tekken all over his gearbox. Tekken crosses the line before him. Domain Zane crosses. Egliosha clean and clear. Too far back, I feel, to jump Domain Zane, but nothing's impossible. See what Egley's got. Jumps Domain Zane under time penalties to 7th. That's a good finish for Egley. On board with Tactics now. Comes round the last corner. Crosses the line. And that's the Chinese Grand Prix. Thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight. Driver of the day, drunk by Fristy. Though myself, I would personally give driver of the day to Tycho. Feeling that he had a drive through. And he's battled his way back through the field to finish 2nd on the podium. Just get the timing screens now. There, as we can see now, the penalties on the screen, which proved to be the downfall of Stanaman. GTR Lions just very lucky to hold on to the podium. Very, very close towards the end. I don't know whether Domain Zane will be able to get his 10-second time penalty taken off, because I feel as he lost control of his car and didn't cut the corner on purpose. So that will probably go in front of the stewards tonight. Die Miles won't be classified, as he wasn't in his car from the start of the race. So 11 starters, 9 finishers, and on we go now to Azerbaijan, Baku next week. See if we can get just unmute Egley and Zane. You're right, gentlemen. You're live on stream, all right? Are you there, Zane? You there, Zane? Egley? Anyone there? No. No, that's it. So it'll be on we go now to Baku next week, which should be an interesting race. The biggest part of Baku will be the castle section, where we'll probably see a couple of retirements. Let's hope for bigger numbers next week. I'd hopefully like to see Not Penny's boat. I know he's watching the stream. I'd like to think that he's going to jump in a car this season, though he says he likes watching. And we'll go from there. Thank you for everyone that tuned in, and I'll see you next week in Baku. And good night.